the children.
Welcome everyone to the journey to learn about Swami Vivekananda. We the children have put together a few excerpts of his life. We hope you enjoy it. Swami Vivekananda, known in his pre-monastic life as Narendranath Datta, was born in an affluent family in Calcutta on the 12th of January 1863. He was the key figure in the introduction of Indian philosophies of Vedanta to the Western world. He was credited with raising interfaith awareness and elevating Hinduism in the world consciousness in the late 19th century.
The life and message of Swami Vivekananda are a source of great inspiration to many individuals. His words give courage to a flagging soul, and his message brings a new hope. Swami Vivekananda was the embodiment of strength, and if all his teachings could be summed up in one word, that word would be strength, a dynamic strength.
Narain, as Swami Vivekananda was called as a little boy, was very naughty as a child and of extraordinary restlessness. He had a fascination for wandering monks. Whenever a sadhu or a monk came to the door, Narain would be delighted to give him anything from the house as an offering. His exceptional intelligence was immediately noticed by his teachers and by all those he met. He was a favorite among his companions.
A story is told of him, showing how dauntless of spirit and impatient of superstition he was. Narain was in the habit of climbing a tree near one of his friend's house. He would then pick flowers from the branches or swing and scamper among the branches, trying to burn off his boundless energy. This used to annoy the old, half-blind grandfather of his friend. Here's a glimpse of what happened one day.
These little boys are jumping out the tree. I don't like this one little bit, but I must stop them. No way, you foolish little boy. Don't you know there's a ghost up that tree? And if you climb it, the ghost will slice your head off.
Okay, Grandpa, I won't do it again. What are you doing? Come you heard a word what that man said? There's a ghost up the tree filled with evil spirits, and if you climb it, the ghost will slash your neck off.
Don't be silly. My head was slashed off years ago for that grandfather said is true. Have I not been climbing that tree since I was a young boy? Just because the grandfather told you something doesn't mean it's true. Think for yourselves.
This was Swamiji as a young boy, bold and fearless, with an exceptionally strong common sense.
Here are a few of the many wonderful quotes of this enlightened soul.
Narayan's ready wit and craft.
Take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. And it means in Marathi, Jivnat Madhe Zokim Ya, Safal Zale Termal Gedapam, Safanai Zale Ter Saladya.
Great work requires great and present effort for a long time. Character has to be established through thousands of stumbles.
And in Gujarati it means Apre Saru Kam Karanu Chene, Apre Saru Banwanu Chene.
Narayan's ready wit and craft kept everyone amused. Truthfulness was the backbone of his life. As Narayan grew older, the change in his temper ways was noticeable.
He had a preference for intellectual pursuits. He began to read books and newspapers and attend public lectures regularly. His argumentative skills were such that none could compete against him.
As Narayan's intellectual horizon began to widen, he came in contact with Western philosophies and science. He began to question his juvenile certainties and orthodox beliefs.
He had faith and devotion in abundance, but he wanted to see them supported by reasoned arguments. He longed for the unknown, hungered for the realization of the reality.
He had numerous questions bubbling in his mind, all of which were answered in the book of his Guru, his spiritual guide, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, who believed that all religions pointed to the same goal.
Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa told Narayan, "One can see and talk to God as I am talking to you now, but doing so requires utmost and genuine sincerity, and who cares to do it so?" There was such a ring of sincerity in his voice that Narayan could not disbelieve him.
Here's another event with Swami Vivekanand's life. He was not passing through a place where there was a large tank of water on one side and a high wall on the other.
There was a large group of monkeys nearby. They took it into their heads not to let the rain pass.
The moment the rain approached, they started howling and shrieking.
What are you so scared of?
Why, these monkeys, of course. They won't let me pass.
Don't be scared, be fearless, face them.
Yes, I think he's right. How did you get that?
Now that is a lesson for life. Face the terrible, face it boldly. Just like the monkeys, hardships of life fall away when we stop trying to flee from them. As Swami Vivekananda said, if we are ever to gain freedom, it must be by conquering nature, never by running away. Cowards never win victories. We have to fight fear, trouble and ignorance if we expect them to flee before us.
Here are some more of Swami Vivekananda's enlightened quotes.
Arise, awake, stop not until your goal is reached. And in Sanskrit this means Utishja Jagrat Virama Na Yaksham Aptayate. You grow from inside out. No one can teach you. No one can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher except your soul. In Hindi it means तुम्हें अंदर से बाहर की तरफ विकसित होना है. कोई तुम्हें पढ़ा नहीं सकता, कोई तुम्हें आध्यात्मिक नहीं बना सकता. तुम्हारे आत्मा के अलावा कोई और गुरु नहीं है. Never think there is anything impossible for the soul. It is the greatest hearsay to think so. If there is a sin, this is the only sin, to say that you are weak or others are weak. In Punjabi this means आँख में दिली है वह मुश्किल नहीं, जब किसी चाहो तो कुछ भी कर सकते हो, कोई कमजोर नहीं.
Swami Vivekananda was a wandering monk. He travelled a lot to test his strengths, to gather new experiences of life, to make himself fearless, and at the same time, to force his brother disciples to learn self-reliance and to stand alone.
This life of a wanderer was a great educational experience for Swamiji. It opened his mind up to original thoughts and observations. A timeless search for unity in the world of Indian ideas was his most cherished goal.
After touring almost all of India and observing the suffering of its poor and downtrodden, he resolved to do something about it. Around this time, Swami Vivekananda was informed of the World Parliament of Political Claim that was taking place in the United States.
This singular event caught his imagination. Here was a golden opportunity to go to America and ask the West for a means to uplift the material condition of India. In exchange, India would provide the gospel of Vedanta to its Western brethren. In the Parliament of Religions, no sooner had Swamiji started with his very simple opening words, Sisters and Brothers America, that hundreds of delegates rose to their feet, applauding and cheering. He was the first speaker to cast off the formalism of a Congress and speak to the audience in a language they were waiting to hear.
It was only a short speech, but its spiritual universality, its straight from the heart delivery, and its broad-mindedness completely won over the audience. Swamiji, who belonged to no sect but to India as a whole, proclaimed the universality of religious truths and the sameness of the goal of all religions. Swami Vivekananda believed that every religion actually teaches us to help, not fight, assimilation and not destruction, harmony and peace and not dissension. That was the core of all religions.
The Parliament of Religions, he concluded, had shown the world that holiness, purity and charity were not the exclusive possession of any one religion. In face of this evidence, anybody dreaming of the exclusive survival of his own religion and the destruction of others was surely to live.
The effect of these simple but powerful words was electrifying. They were addressed not only to the official representatives of the Parliament, but to the public at large. By the end of his address, he had become a celebrity, both in the Parliament and outside in the press and society. Here is another interesting event from Swami Vivekananda's life. While in America, he observed some boys standing on a bridge. They were trying to shoot at eggshells that were floating down the river. They always missed the target. What a terrible miss.
I can't even hit a single one. I'll surely hit some. I don't think my one works.
Watch me, I might hit a few. This is impossible.
Watching the frustration of the boys, Swamiji walked over and asked one of the children to give him his toy gun.
Have your gun. Thank you.
He took aim, fired a few shots, and hit the eggshells with every shot. The children were stunned. Wow, unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Well, mister, how did you do it?
Whatever you are doing, put your whole mind into it. If you are shooting, then your mind should be on the target. You will never miss. It is the power of concentration that makes you succeed in everything you do.
While in America, Swami Vivekananda travelled to a number of cities, accepting invitations to deliver a series of lectures on Vedantic philosophy. His enlightened speeches and yoga were welcome, not only in America, but other countries also. A number of prominent people in America and England became his disciples. His purpose was to bring about an interchange of ideas and ideals between the East and the West. And he believed that the Orient would benefit by the greater activity and energy of the West, and the West would benefit by opening to the Eastern habit of introspection and meditative reflection.
Swamiji travelled extensively within and outside India, inspiring and enlightening all those he met along the way. It was as if arise, awake, rest not till your goal is reached, had become a beacon pulling him on. He used to say, something has possessed me and is giving me no rest.
One really needs this kind of drive, energy, and passion to accomplish all the deeds that Swamiji did in his lifetime. Here are some more of Swamiji's thoughts.
The moment I have realized God sitting in the temple of every human body, the moment I stand in reverence before every human body where God is sitting, that moment I am free. From bondage and everything that binds vanishes, I am free. And in Gujarati this means, Jare mane khabar pade che ke Bhagwan darek na sharir ma rahe che, tyare thi hu darek vyakti ne Bhagwan tarike joઉં છું. મને દરેક વ્યક્તિમાં ભગવાન દેખાય છે. તે જ સમયને બેધા બંધનથી મુક્ત થયું છું અને મને બધાની વસ્તુનો મોહ ચોટી ગયું છે. હું આ જીવનથી મુક્ત થયું છું.
Condemn none. If you can stretch out and help your hand, do so. If you cannot, hold your bless your brother, let them go their own way. And in Kannada means ಯಾರನ್ನು ಶುಭಿಸಿದರು ನಿನಗಾದರೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಹಸ್ತವನ್ನು ನೀಡು ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ಕೈಗಂಟಿನಿಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವವರನ್ನು ಅರಸು ಅವರನ್ನು ಅವರಿಷ್ಟದಂತೆ ಇರಲು ಬಿಡು.
All the differences in this world is of degree and of kindness, because oneness is the secret of everything. And in Tamil it means இந்த உலகத்தில் எத்தனை விதங்களில் வித்தியாசம் இருந்தாலும் அதனுடன் அத்திவாரம் ஒன்றே ஆகும்.
During the last 2 months of his life, meditation became one great occupation. He withdrew himself from all worldly concerns to allow his disciples to develop the strength and independence to forge ahead on the path he had laid out.
On July the 4th, 1902, Swami Vivekananda left for heavenly abode. His spirit and his ideals, however, continue to live on and inspire generations to arise, awake. His passionate belief in strength himself and universality of all humankind make his teachings forever relevant. Thank you for listening, everyone.
You've done very well. You've had a big clap. Do you want another clap? So, right, now you've had two rounds of claps. The next incident in Swamiji's life, which will lead us very nicely into another item. So please can we have Mukund and Vivekanand ji up on the stage?
You've been in the West for some time and seen its development and its. What do you think of India?
Before I came to the West, I loved India. After coming to the West for some time, I worship every grain of India.
What is the contribution of India?
India's contribution is nothing but zero.
So that's exactly the point. India's contribution to the world may be nothing, but it is actually the zero. So now, if Swamiji was alive, this is how we think he would have answered the actual question which his British friend posed. So please can I have all the children on the stage to sing the song? 1, 2, 3, pick.
Zero diya mere Bharat ne, Bharat ne mere Bharat ne, duniya ko tab Hindi aayi, taro ki bhasha Bharat ne, duniya ko pehle sikhलाई, deta nazar shamlav Bharat ko, यूं जान पे जाना मुश्किल
He is doing this. I would very much like to propose, it gives me great pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you, all of you who have taken this time off. I know it was a very difficult day for a lot of us because India was playing England in cricket. And even though and maybe if it rained, that was because I prayed for rain. And the match was rained off. But you guys all came. Thank you very much for coming. So each and every one of you. Can you guys keep quiet because others can't hear me? Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Then I'd like to thank our chairman who's just walked out and the managing committee of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Ilford, for the support and the cooperation that they've given us for hosting this event, and also for the delicious food that you will be very shortly eating. And special thanks to Pushpaji and to, please can you come from the Pushpaji and to the stage for organizing the food, and their team who have also done a marvelous job cooking the food and sorting things out. Without the help of these team, we would not have been able to do it. I'd like to thank all the members of the committee. Have worked very hard, but there are certain members of the committee who have gone beyond the call of duty and certain people have gone beyond the call of duty. The ones who came yesterday and the day before you, they saw how beautifully the exhibition was arranged, and it was arranged so well because of the effort of the whole team of people. The program would have been incomplete without Mananiya Shri Jai Lakhani ji. So thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing the thoughts about Swami Vivekananda. We feel very honored that you came to join us. Now I come to the cultural program that we did this evening. There are a few thank yous and I do ask for your indulgence. If the children keep quiet, they might actually hear something which they will remember. So, first of all, the cleaning, painting and decorating and renovating of this VHP hall. We had some people who became so excited about this actual event that we had a team led by Sai Surendra. Where is Sai? Yeah, that's Sai. A team of youngsters, and some of them are as young as 10 years old, to help us decorate and paint the hall. And he was assisted by the Hindi class children and parents. And the paints were donated by an anonymous member of the VHP committee. He told me not to give his name. So I think that most of you know. Sai, your enthusiasm for this project was really infectious. Once you started, there was no holding back and the project just rolled on. After that, I'd like to thank our own very script writer and director of the play, Smriti ji, who was ably assisted. Smriti ji was very ably assisted by all the mothers and the other teachers as well. We have our own very music trio. It's the 3 M's, Mona ji, Mridula ji and Monica ji, who organized the dance and the song and so on. And then we had all the other teachers, Poonam ji, Swasti ji, Nidhi ji, Kalpana ji, Mridula ji, and I hope I'm not forgetting Vibha ji and all of them. So everybody helped out. So that team was our IT team. Mohit ji, you've seen him behind the thing, and Pankaj ji, they were our IT team. And the training of all the volunteers and manning of the exhibition was Munisha ji. Unfortunately, Munisha ji is not with us today because her mom is in, mother-in-law is in hospital. I know you're excited by the present you've got, but please can we finish in silence and then we'll see what happens. An organizing of the poster competition. Some of you might have seen there's some posters at the back, which the children, we were given them this particular project and said, please look at the life of Vivekananda and do a poster. And the children have done the poster, so there was a poster competition which was ably handled by Childlife and Varshaji. And we've got two judges who are going to ask in a minute to come and do the prizes. And all the volunteers, young and not the very young, it's very difficult for the children to keep quiet when the mothers keep talking. We had volunteers, the young and not the very young. So we had the senior citizens group, we had the Hindu Swam Sevak Sangh, the Sevaks, we had the Hindi class children. We were all trained. We had some help from other people as well. And just everybody, and I mean everybody who helped roll this particular project. We've had the photographers, we've had all the other people coming in and doing it. I cannot have Gauri and Harsukbai and Varshaji on the stage, please. Gauri Agni, Varshaji and Harsukbai, please. Yeah, please come over. I've got your list here. Varshaji is coming. Jaldi, jaldi, got their thing from Didi.
Namaskar, sir. समझत नाही का सगळेजण जे करतात ते ओके
Okay, everybody settle down, please, while this is going on. Are you guys interested in who won the poster prize? Are you interested in knowing who got the best poster? For that you'll have to keep quiet. Unless you keep quiet, I'm not going to make that announcement as to who won the gold prize. Okay? So please, can we settle down? Can we settle down? Please, can I invite Councillor Prince? Can I invite Councillor Prince to come over? And Councillor Kumar, you're very welcome to join us. Gauri is going to announce Gauri will be announcing the 5 winners of the posters, and then Councillor Prince and Councillor Kumar will give out the prizes. Varshaji, please. So 3 judges were So our 3 judges were Varshaben, Gauri, Harsukbai. I'd like to give them a big vote of thanks for doing the judgment. Gauri, can you read?
Okay, so this is a really, really tough choice, and you've all done really well. Our first winner is Nehal Dugan. Big round of applause. second winner is God. Our third winner, this is a joint effort from Vishnu and Lakshman. मुझे लगता है कौन है सचिन है उसकी चुनी होगी अवध करने वाली। So हम अभी we will all be